Quite amazing. Just a few hours ago, I would actually consider this to be the silver slaughter, but it's basically everything's going down. Silver being hit quite hard, more than even the other metals, but this is typically the name of the game. That's exactly how the metal behaves. Um, I made a video last night a little bit about, I call it silver common sense. Now, I got to put things out there straight and honest. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm going to state to you right now that a number of people in the silver community, or that are pumping this metal or whatever it is, which I think is an excellent investment, let's make that clear, are playing a game. They're playing to the fears of the crowd. They're playing conspiracy exaggerations to the max. And fundamentally, silver is not going to be worth anywhere near gold in real terms. Or is it going to go to $1,000 an ounce in real dollars? People hate hearing this stuff, but I'm telling you the truth because I don't want to see you people get screwed over. Now, actually, I would consider myself a little bit more of a maverick in the financial and accounting field. I'm actually into physical metals, and many people that are in my field never would do that in a million years, for the most part. They would not. You might see some entrepreneurs do some of that type of stuff, but not people that are actually trained in accounting or finance. No, they will not do that type of stuff. It's thinking about U.S. dollars, and I know it's fiat dollars. I pointed out a few other things about this, but it is so uncanny that, I'm talking about silver actually possibly. I say silver is definitely going to go below 26. It's practically hit into the 26 range today. But the problems in Greece are not over with, and when Europe really falls apart, we're going to see more downturn in the metals. But we're going to see a serious spring back when actually QE comes into existence. Now, what I am actually trying to reach out with this video a little bit, I just want to make this very brief. Do not be misled by the snake oil people out there playing to the fears of the crowd, which is exactly all they were doing. I think it would be more lucrative for me to play that angle and say, what I think people want to hear. I'm not going to play that game. I'm going to state that silver actually is a very good investment. It's going to play out. Is it going to go anywhere near the price of gold? No. Is it going to go to $1,000 an ounce in real dollars? No. Beware of those people that say that type of stuff. Stay way clear of them. Because the people, I've looked back at all these things that people said, all of them, all the names, they were wrong so many times. And the only guy, I'm going to repeat this, that actually has been right almost every damn time I saw was Mark Farber. Mark Farber. So, I got the utmost respect for him, and I want to make the correct moves. But I know sometimes I think there are a number of people in the crowd, and it's probably the people who probably listen to me are probably not in the major crowd for the most part. But a majority of silver holders do not want to hear what I have to say. Is that these are actual normal market downturns. There's a need for liquidity. All the markets are down. The Dow and NASDAQ. I know the S&P 500 is not displayed on here. It's down. Crude oil's down. Everything is down, and the dollar's going up. This will change. I know it's going to change. But the slide in the metals, as I was stating last night, I think it's going down at 25 or 24 maybe. I don't know. There's people say it's between 21 and 24. That could be very accurate too. But this is the last slide. That I would say. That's a given. That's a given. But there's a number of people that don't want to hear the truth. They want that pie in the sky BS that's being told to them because it's something they want to believe. And the information you're getting, the people that are just telling you these type of things are actually bad news. They're bad news. They are actually marketers. They're playing off your fears. They're telling you what you want to hear. They're adjusting their message to get the most market view rather than telling you the truth. The truth being, which would be the best financial strategy? I'm going to say, if you don't want to listen to me, fine. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to listen to one person and put his opinion as 90% weighted average and all the rest is 10%, listen to Mark Faber. He does say to buy gold. And I think he says to be able to buy silver too. But he talks about the markets in a rational way. Not everything that's going on is a big bankster conspiracy. I know there are conspiracies. But not the way these people, I'll call them clowns, are portraying things. They're playing to your fears, they're playing to your emotions, and they're telling you what you want to hear. They're Pied Pipers leading you off a cliff. They will lead you off a cliff eventually. They will have you make all the wrong moves while they're smiling to the bank all the way. I personally think they're evil people. Listen to Mark Faber. That's all I got to state. You know, he makes a hell of a lot of sense to me, and I've been following who's been right and who's been wrong. He's been right. He's been right. He's not God, though, but he'll give you a hell of a lot better information than you'll get anywhere else. So I'd put a 90% weighted average on his opinion versus and give the rest of them 10%. So anyway, just beware of the snake oil and those playing to the crowd, because it is a bunch of garbage. Silver is going to do well when the QE heats up, but this downturn is not really due to the banksters per se. It's due to a banking crisis, various crises, financial crisis. Now, what does that tell you about in a real serious crisis? And if they do no QE, your metals are going to look like garbage. An industrial metal like silver is going to look like garbage. Ben Bernanke is actually the guy that's going to make you wealthy. The guy you attack all the time. If you let him do his job, do the QE, your metals are going to do fantastic. My metals too. So keep it in mind. I'm not playing to the crowd. That's not my game. And I'd like feedback as to why you would disagree with me. That I would love to hear, because I will state, you know, I know what the hell I'm talking about. And I know I got on here because I got annoyed at a number of people repeating myths that are total BS. And, you know, I might set this up with a video camera so I could talk person to person and stuff. I don't really want to bother with that garbage because it's more work, but it's not really worth my time. But I find that I get annoyed and I just like telling the absolute truth the way it is, not the way the conspiracy fearmongers are playing the game. Not saying there's no conspiracies, but they are playing it up to the max, and they're playing your fears and your emotions, and they're telling you garbage you want to hear. Don't trust those characters. They're bad news.